We are on live. Yes, we are. We are back with the amazing, awesome First Lady, Miss Tamalar Washington. I am so elated to be able to speak with her. She is a plethora of knowledge. She has so many wonderful experiences. She is a true queen, a true First Lady, and she's just amazing. And you all will see that just as the other speakers that we talked with this morning, who brought so much knowledge, she is getting ready to drop some real gems. Let me warn you, baby, as y'all come on to watch Tamalar, if you do not have a pen and pad, I'm going to suggest that you grab one. She's dropping some gems right here. Okay. So, first of all, before we get into the conversation, I want to make sure that we introduce ourselves. So I want the illustrious Tamalar to introduce herself.
My name is Tamalar Washington. Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be here. Uh, I am a First Lady at True Vision Worship Center, and I am a founder of Girls Day Out, which is a mentorship program for girls ages from 7 up to 22. Sometimes it goes beyond that age, and sometimes it goes beneath that age, those ages. But I'm excited to be here. This is the first book for me, and sharing my story. And I came to just share my story, the real Tamala Washington.
Okay, the real Tamala Washington. And that's just amazing. So y'all are going to get to know so much more about her. My name is Renette Upson-Bush. I'm the CEO and founder of the Next Level Nation and Next Level Chicks. And my mantra is to push women on purpose for the purpose of walking in their purpose and their destiny. I help you to get in alignment for your God-given assignment. I help you to step up and step out authentically and unapologetically. Stop hiding, to come from behind the back and go to the front so that you can get visible and walk out your purpose, your dream, your goal, whatever it is God has told you to do. And get visible so that you can do and live the life He purposed you to live. And I do that through speaking, through coaching, through facilitating workshops, through master classes, and whatever way I can get it to you, I'm trying to get it to you, and through books. So I'm so excited to be here today to talk about this thing about not being enough, because too many people are stuck in this lie, in this fallacy, in this fantasy, of feeling like they're not enough. And that is a whole lie from the pit of hell, because you are enough. God has made us. He is the master and we are a piece of Him. So that makes us a masterpiece. So it's just beyond me why sometimes, myself included, we feel like we're not enough. And so we have to dispel those myths when we come across it. And even though, we're here as authors, we still sometimes feel like we're not enough. So it's not like we feel like, oh, we've arrived, and we trying to tell y'all. No, we understand that things happen and life happens. And since the pandemic, a lot of people have, really gotten caught up and mixed up and have not been able to identify who they were called to be, identify their strengths, and really walk in there enough. So as we're talking about that, I want Tamalar to kind of talk about a little bit of the book and the she rich. I want her to kind of explain that to you, because that is so amazing. And so we'll start there. Tamalar.
Yes. Well, I do want to thank you, Renette, for all that you have done and actually choosing me and including me in this project. It has been an awesome journey. And I do want to just share a little bit about the book, and it's talking about finding your purpose. What is your purpose in life? A lot of times we live this life and live long life, and sometimes we don't find or don't realize what our purpose really is. So in the book, I am talking about, and I'm trying to reach an audience from the youth, from my young girls, up to where age is now, young, oh, it doesn't matter. But young girls, that's my purpose. I'm trying to find my purpose was not easy for me. So when I go back and I talk about the things that I did, journey that I had to take when I was a teenager, and finding my purpose there, trying to fit into groups, trying to fit into cliques. They didn't like me. I couldn't fit into cliques. So, but I was trying to be a part of it because I thought it was so cool that everybody liked these particular girls, and I wanted to be right in there with them. So I wanted to be liked, I wanted to be accepted, but that was not for me. Because sometimes when you're trying to fit in the group, that it's not the group for you to fit in, because you can't fit in because you stand out. So you have to realize what your purpose is, and going forward and going through the teenage pregnancy and going through being married early, and it didn't work, it wasn't for me, and heading on in my life and raising children at 21, and it was still finding my purpose. I couldn't fit in the group, so I had to find my own space. I had to walk alone in a lot of places and a lot of times, and then I learned to love myself. And as I got older and finding my purpose, I began to I began to reach out and talk to others and talk to older. I'm one of those people that talk to the older women to learn something from them. A lot of times, like this day and time, the young people, they don't want to talk to us. but the girls in the group, they come and they have so much to share. And it's a wall that we have to go through first before they can even open up, so that we can pour into them, so they can learn their purpose. They can learn about themselves, love themselves, respect themselves, so they can know when they go further and develop. There's some things is unacceptable that you do not accept from men, from friends, from family members. You have to teach. Some things have to be taught, because it is that little things that they say. What goes on in the house stays in the house, but you won't be healed a lot of times if you keep it in the house and you won't share it so someone can pour into you. So I developed this Rich. It's called Rich. Real relationships and issues that challenge her. So when you think about a Rich, and that's it, real issues that challenge her. And in my book, you'll find out when I'm talking about the things that I'm going through in my purposes, I can say, I am her. I went through that. I am her. I am the one that had to fall down, but I got back up because I realized I'm more than enough. I'm better than that. I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody, but I'm just saying I had to find my worth, and I had to find out what my purpose was. So I had to fall down and get back up, and I found my purpose, and knowing that I am here to pour into young girls, to the youth, into women, giving them experiences that I have been through, knowing that, and I've been through some things, and in the book, you got to get the book, because there are some things that I shared that I probably would not have shared at all if I hadn't got this opportunity. But I'm here to help someone else to realize that you can do it. You can get back up. My purpose, I went through so many things to find out. Now, Lord, if you just wanted me to talk to people, why'd I have to go through all of that? Just tell me, just get me to the stage and let me just talk to him. But there are some things you have to go through so you can be purified, that you can be made, so that you can actually speak. And because I'm not a person that can get up on stage and talk to nobody. Every time I have an engagement to stand up, I'm so nervous. You're like, now I'm so nervous.
I can't tell. But
I'm
you
so
definitely are a
nervous.
woman of God who's pouring into women and girls, and so you totally know that you are enough. And so I really wanted to talk about that part where you had to walk alone, because in some spaces and places, when you going through some things in life, you just have to walk alone. You have to sit with
Oh,
yourself.
yes.
You have to get with yourself, and you really have to dig deep. And I think that the person, and I used to tell my children, I'm not deep. And I never wanted to go deep, because when you go deep, that's where you're going to reach the pain. That's where you're going to feel the
Yes.
hurt. That's where you're going to see all the things that you really don't want to see. You kind of know you got them going on, but you don't want to dig into like why they happened and what happened and what was the cause. And so you continue to try to just move past it. So as you said, this book took you back to a space and place of that childhood and all the stuff you went through. And so if we don't go through that and really sit and walk alone, how can you really resolve your issues? Nobody can resolve stuff for you. They can maybe help you, but if you're going to really get the resolve that you need, the healing that you talked about, you got to walk.
Yes. And you have to go through, and some things you have to go through, and you wonder why me? Why do I have to go through this, and why at this time in my life? But God is in control. So God allow us to go through some things so that we can help somebody else. So when you go through your issues, because we all have issues. That's why he gave me Rich. We all have issues. So when you go through your issue, it's to help that little girl. I often tell the women a vision that if the Lord gave you a word that's going to help my baby, give her the word. Don't hold it inside. Don't be afraid. Be bold enough to say what the Lord, make sure it's the Lord. Now, I don't want you to tell anything. Make sure it's the Lord, and the Lord tells you to give a word to someone. Make sure it's God, and make sure he told you, because God is awesome. He'll tell you how to say it, when to say it, the timing is right, so that you won't hurt anybody, but you will minister to someone as he would, because that's what we are. We're vessels that he can use. So he's using us now so that we can help someone else. This book is so awesome. There's some things in this book and the ladies that have went forward that I have heard about, that's to help someone else live. It's to help someone else see. And there's in the book, in my chapter, it talks about different strategies that you can find out where your purpose is. What am I supposed to do? God, you created me. What am I supposed to? Why am I here? There are some strategies that you can go through to find out there, because I walked alone as a teenager, and I had 6 brothers and sisters still by myself. They never knew the things that I was going through, because the Lord had to reach me by myself. Sometimes he want to talk to you. He'll isolate you and get you alone so he can talk to you and get you where he want you to be, because you are enough. Because we find ourselves in some positions where we feel like, I'm not good enough. This lady told me, she said, you're just a baby having a baby, as if I was a disgrace. And I said, now see, if I was in the store, and that's what she saw me pregnant, and I was young and I was little. That's when I was real little. I done gained a little weight now. I was real little. And she would say, you're a baby having a baby. Well, I was already hurt. That just crushed me. I said, well, now she needs to be arrested for harassment. I feel like I was harassed then. But God brought me through, and he made sure that I was in a position. Now, I never thought that my mom was a first lady, my daddy was a pastor. Never thought I would be in this position like this. And I'm going to say this, never take away or downplay where God has placed you in the position that he's placed you in, because he placed you there for a reason. Absolutely. So going through this first lady stage, I speak to a lot of different women. I have amazing women at True Vision Worship Center, and amazing women at True Gospel, our home church, and these women speaking into their lives and letting them know that it's not even all of this. It's not even about us. It's about God. This is God's doing. This is him trying to reach a person, a people, so they can get to where he wants them to be, so he can use them. He wants to use us for his glory. God is just that good. And the chapter talks about it fully and rich. So when it talks about rich, now the ladies know when I talk about rich, I'm going to go there. When I talk about rich, I keep it's straightforward. Can't sugarcoat it. I got to tell you like it is, because if you sugarcoat the issues that the women are having, and this is Women History Month, so it's all about us. This is an awesome time for the book to come out. The women have placed it.
And that was intentional, as you know.
Yeah. Yes. After we went through all of that, and here his launches in Women's History Month.
I want to ask you, so as a PK kid and going through that, and I know with TD Jakes, his daughter went through being a teenage mom as well. And that is pretty tough on a family. Well, your daddy is the pastor, your mama is the first lady, everybody's looking up to you. You supposed to be Miss Goody Shoes, Miss Clean, Miss Righteous.
Yes.
This girl that is, walking that straight line. How did you get yourself through really feeling like you are enough? How did you move past that situation that you were in to get to a space and place to know that you are enough.
In that instance, Ms. Rynette, growing up with a big family and being in the church and raised in the church and sleeping on the pews and we were the choir. It was 7 of us. So when they called up the choir, it's us. We got to sing and they always say PK kids are the worst kids, and we were brought up in that era. They the worst kids. Oh, they bad, and then when that happened there, it seems like I needed a family then, but I was playing sports, and my coach, I think it was my senior year, my coach looked at me and said, and asked me, are you pregnant? And I began to break down and cried. And she said, you don't have to have it. You don't have to have it because there are some things that, and we were sheltered. I was sheltered as a child, me and my sisters and brothers. So we didn't know a lot about what went on outside of the house. We were sheltered and stayed in the house. You go to school and you go home and that's it. So we didn't have, we didn't know about all of the other stuff. So I didn't know about abortions and all of that. And here we go. This is where I am. And expecting, and I was embarrassed. I had to go to the church. I didn't know back in that day, it was like, do you go to the front to the altar and tell them about your sins and they can see it and go through that? It was embarrassment. Thought I was embarrassing for my parents and all of that. They never shared that, but I know how I felt then. So I felt hurt and broken, listening to people in the stores and saying this and hiding, trying not to, show that you are pregnant. And then the lady that came and said that to me, that broke me. But it was one lady, older lady, the mother of the church. We went to the altar. I knew, raised in the church, I knew that I had to go to church because I knew I would meet God there. I knew Jesus was there. And I knew he loved me because that's what I was taught. So when I was there, I went to the altar one day. And an old lady came up and she said, you're going to be all right. She said, you're going to make it. She says, everything happens for a reason. There's a season for everything. And because of this lady and her words, that's what gave me the fuel, gave me the power, encouraged me to keep on going. She said, you're going to be something and the God is going to use you. She said, but this right here, you just have to go through this. She said, go on through it, hold your head up and go on through it. And that's what we need today. We need the older women to speak to the younger women, not talk about them because what they have on, not talk about them and put them down because the hair is purple and green, not talk about, but that's what we do. Oh, they hair all the way down to their knees. Well, I do hair. That's where they want it down there. Now I try to talk about it, but they want it down. I put it down there. But that's my.
They wear it to the floor these days, okay? They wear it to the floor.
But that's my opportunity to talk to that young girl.
When they sit in your chair and give them some knowledge, and you really went there. And this is a message, like you said, that's the message that we need to be displaying today. And it's not just the older women talking to the younger women. It's some young women that really can speak to older women that are stuck in their ways, that are thinking this is it, and they're not going to move forward. And there's all kinds of stuff that we can do to help one another. And so when that church mother stepped up to you and said, you will be all right, that was a huge message. And so that's what we want to tell people that are standing in the space and place of feeling like I am not enough. You are enough. And so if you embrace your enoughness and what God has called you to do and who he's called you to be, you will be all right too.
Yes.
And so we just got to really get to that place. The world has gotten so mean and hard and cold, and you can't say nothing to nobody. You can't look at them wrong, but it is still good people. And it's still God who is here, who has put something inside of you. And so it's our thing as the authors of this book. We want to change people and help them to really stand up and be what God called them to be. Be who God called them to be. And it's so many people, like she said, that'll talk about the hair that's down to your knees and down to the floor and this and that, instead of trying to help or hear, well, what do they have going on, or how can you help? And even if it's just a word of, hey, how are you? You're beautiful. Those things right there can start helping people, because somebody might have said, oh, you're ugly, you're not this, you're not that. We're so much into, and it's sad to say, tearing people down. And so instead of building them up, and I want to say that I hope that we can start doing that. And one thing that I love about us as authors and being a part of this book, we have women of all ages, younger, middle age, and seasoned, and whatever you want to call it. And the way we came together and complemented each other, the relationships that we have built is because we understand that we are enough. We didn't step in and say, oh, well, she's too young, I'm not about to talk to that little girl. Or, oh, she too old. I'm on child, please. I ain't even got my first child. It was none of that.
Right.
We came together.
Yes.
And look how beautiful it is. We cried together. We laughed together. We did all of that.
Yes. And it takes all of us from different walks of life to come together. And that's how God does. He uses whoever is willing to be used. He will use you for, and it's all for him. It's for his glory. It's not even about us. It's not about us, but we had to put it together and come together because, and I'm a big believer of everything happens for a reason. Absolutely. It didn't just happen. Not happens. It happens for a reason. So we want the purpose of it happening for it to reach someone. It's not just for women. It's for girls. It's for men. It's anyone that feels like I'm less than this, because in our lives, there's people that make you feel like you're not enough. They make you feel like you're not good enough. I know. I remember I was before I became the pastor's wife. I was telling one of the ladies, I was like, and I said, you know what? The Lord has called my husband to preach first. And I said, and not me, a preacher's wife? Oh my God, I can't be a preacher's wife. A preacher's wife, not me. And I know my mama did it, but I cannot be a preacher's wife. Oh God. So when we was in conversation maybe a week later, and someone said, they mentioned it. They said, oh, they call your husband called to preach. He announced it. And the person that I told that to said, whoa, I don't know how she gonna do it. You a preacher's wife? But she repeated exactly what I said. So I couldn't get mad at her because that's what I said to her. But that was the right moment for me to correct her and said, and I looked at myself and said, but why not me? What makes me not be able to fill those shoes if that's what the Lord calling me to be beside him? So I had to see what she said, my words come back to me to make me see that I am enough. I was at that moment that I am enough. And then he has to, because he said, when I call you, he's the one that qualifies you. So he had to develop me, went through some things. Purposely, he put us there for a reason. So there's people that you have to reach. And I just want to say to the people out there, you are enough. And you can do it, because the tools that God has given you, you have to use them, because he gave them to you for a reason. Again, and you are enough.
Absolutely. You are enough. You are enough. And I want to say, Tamalar, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for sharing your story, for getting this book out, for making this thing happen. Yeah. I mean, that is just so amazing. How does it feel?
Awesome. Because I have been saying for years that I'm going to write a book. And my friend Latoya would say, you got to do it. You got to do it. I started about 10 years ago. I wrote 3 chapters. I stopped. I met a good friend of mine. We were cosmetology instructors. And she said, what you doing? Why you keep you in your iPad? I said, I'm writing a book and I'm on the 3rd chapter. And she said, I think I'm going to write a book. You inspired me to write. She wrote the book, finished the book, published the book, had the lunch party, had the sign. I still haven't finished my book. And so I'm like, I inspired her to write a book, and I haven't finished mine. So I feel it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling that I'm still writing now, because the Rich book is coming out. So I thank you for putting that fire under me and making me realize that I am enough. I can do it, and I'm going to do it. So I appreciate you for for giving me that opportunity. And you're just so awesome. You're just a fireball. You're just there. And I have never ever did a live before.
Wow.
I haven't did a live before. And I said, and I've been encouraged, you gotta do it. And it's the fear, I guess, being on the screen and all of that. And people say, well, you do it every Sunday. But it's different. It's different. But I can tell you now, going forward, they will see more of me. There's some things that I got to give. I got to say.
There's many and plenty, and you are so amazing. And you're not just going to do it, you have done it. So you've done the one thing and you on to the next and the next. So definitely looking for some amazing things. And it's all because you decided to step into your enough. And so when we step into our enough, okay, it's different stages of enough. And so when we get to one, we got to keep going and going and going. We can't allow ourselves to stay somewhere. Okay. But sometimes people step into the enough, they really do well, and then that's all they do. And so that's not what God called us to do. We can't get stuck in that place thinking I've arrived. Oh, this is it, and I'm it. And so you make that it. And so now, because I've seen this and I'm talking to somebody, I don't know who's going to hear this or who this is for. You've done something, you've done some great things, and now you feel like, oh, I'm here. And so you're supposed to do more, but you stuck in, I'm here, and you still talking about that. God wants to add some more to you. So
say that.
Listen to him and move in your enough. Your enough don't stop. As long as you got breath in your body, you got something to do. Okay? You got
that's right.
So please understand that. So yes.
There's so many that I know that has a story that's holding it, and they need to tell it. Just put it on paper. So I am working with, and I'm looking forward to working with Miss Sharita on publishing, so I can help those that need that. They need that push. They need that encouragement. And then if I'm a publisher, I can help them out. So I'm excited about that too. That's just another avenue that I will be going toward.
Amen.
And that's all because of you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. I love what I do. I love helping. My thing is next level. And so you've done some levels. And so I'm just so excited about the collaboration and the things that we have coming up in relation to this book. I'm really excited, and we're going to be doing some world stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So we're excited about this. We want you to get the book. Get the book. Get the book.
Get the book.
You need it. It's going to be great for you. It's going to help you, give you some tools, techniques, and tips that really help you to know that you are enough, to continue to walk in your enough and do what God has called you to do. So thank you so much, Tamalar. We have a launch party tonight at 8 o'clock EST, 7 o'clock CST.
I do want to say, I want to thank you for choosing Girls Day Out, the 501c3 organization. It's a nonprofit. And all of you, I asked you to 99 cents, like they've been saying all day. A cup of coffee costs more than that. Please invest. Please support. Send a girl to camp for Girls Day Out. Those of you that know what it is, you know what it's worth. It's a mentorship program. Anyone can come. So I ask you to go on there, click the link, 99 cents, get something for your family members that's feeling down and low and out. We want to bring these girls up, let these girls know, pour into them, let them know that they are enough. They will get the book, but we need your help. We need your help to go on, and it is funded by Next Level. I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you. I was going to get to the part to tell y'all that Tamalar has a mentorship program, like she said, and it's called Girls Day Out. And so all of these proceeds, because we are about helping people to be enough. Yes. And so all the proceeds from this book right here, right now, are going to the Girls Day Out mentorship program. We're going to be on tonight, still pushing the book, and you will be able to donate to her organization as well directly. So you can do your 99-cent book, and then you can give over. We'll have a link for you to do either one, for you to do both. Definitely you do the 99 cents, and then you can do over and beyond, because she has an amazing mentorship program. She will be giving you more details about it tonight, and the lives that is changed and the things that it has done to help girls. And it's a wide variety. And for her to be able to do it, because sometimes, I mean, to have that wide gap and still be able to make a difference. And then one of the things, I'm not going to give all the tea away, she'll talk about it tonight. I mean, how the girls get through the program and they come back. See,
Yes.
we reach one, teach one, and then the people come back and they help others.
Okay.
So that's just such an amazing thing. So hats off to you for that. I'm just like so excited about that, and working with the girls and doing. I'm excited about everything, y'all. This is good, and so we're helping not only us be enough. I don't know. Oh, you back. Not just us being enough, but we're helping the young girls to be enough as well, to know that they are enough, because they hear too many things that they don't need to hear. They see so many things that they don't need to see. And so her program is really helping make them a well-rounded woman. So we'll be talking about that more tonight. And I thank you so much, Tamalar. I'm proud of you. And we'll be on tonight.
See you tonight.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.